Well, the high home prices and lack of housing are forcing more people to rent. And in some cases and places, it's even more expensive than paying a monthly mortgage. According to rentdata.org, Colorado has the 14th highest rent in the country. Your average two-bedroom apartment will run you nearly $1,900 a month. And those high prices are certainly driving some renters to start forming unions. Our Marissa Armas looking into that trend tonight for us joins us now tonight. Marissa, often we hear about workers' unions, but not really tenant unions.
Exactly, and we're seeing more of these tenant unions pop up around the state, including right here in Denver and Aurora. And like those labor unions, they're meant to protect people and to provide a little more bargaining power.
I think it's a sign of people being fed up.
Renters in Colorado are banding together.
Corporate landlords have really tilted the playing field to be on their side and ensure that all of laws benefit them. And by renters coming together, they're simply leveling the playing field.
The housing crisis is prompting more and more renters around the country to form tenant unions, working to support and advocate for renters' rights.
The West Coast and the East Coast have a strong history of tenant unions, and you can see that by the strong tenant laws that have been passed in those states.
Here in Colorado, the newest of these unions is hosting its first official meeting Wednesday to, quote, fight against landlordism in the Denver metro area.
Housing is not only unaffordable, but it's also the conditions that folks are forced to live in are untenable.
New data released earlier this year shows that in Denver, rents rose nearly 10% going into 2023. It also shows that more households are spending at least 30% of their income on rent.
We continue not to have the ability to have any rent stabilization or any local control of what rent could be.
The hope is that these unions will result in better renting conditions for Coloradans.
When renters come together, they can make a difference in their lives and their families' lives.
Now, I did reach out to the Apartment Association of Metro Denver to ask them about these tenant unions, and they say that they're not experienced enough. They don't know enough about them to actually speak on the issue right now. Karen?
Yeah, still kind of early. Marissa, there are some bills we know going through the legislature right now that would perhaps provide a little relief for renters.
Yeah, one of those bills is 1115, and it's currently being heard in the state Senate. That would actually allow local governments like city council to add some stabilization here in the city, like rent control.
Marissa, thank you so much for your report tonight.